Trea, Rob has often told us about when you get a team down, you can't let them back up. You got to step on their throat. In the context of this series overall, how important is tonight's game too?
Yeah, you saw it last night a little bit. We were lucky enough to come out with the win. But when teams fight back and you kind of give them that hope and that momentum, then it can kind of speed up on you. So I think we did a good job, kind of counteracting that last night and stopping and getting that win. And then same thing tonight. No lead's safe, and just try to take advantage of all opportunities, whether you're up early and just don't quit, or you're trying to come from behind, try to get the momentum. So tonight's a big game, but every game's big.
Next question. Okay, over here on the left, John.
Last year, when this team lost in the World Series, Nick Castellanos said he learned a lot about the postseason and that every single pitch and every moment counts. Have you been impressed about just how focused and locked in the group is in these playoffs?
I mean, you get that. I think teams I've been on understand it. I think the good teams in the postseasons don't let one moment affect the next, though. I think that's kind of the difference with this team as we move on really well, whether it's good or bad. I think everyone understands that every pitch is big. Getting out of a jam in the first inning is a big deal. Stuff like that is big, but I think just with this group, the ability to move on is really good, and that's hard to do this time of year.
Okay, far left in the back over there, Jesse.
Trea, you guys have executed really well on offense all postseason. Take us inside a hitters meeting, especially a veteran Phillies hitters meeting. Is it anything unique about it compared to LA or Washington where you've been before?
Yeah, I think here's a little different. It's a little old school. It's a lot less information in a good way. We have all the information. We have everything we need. But we got a lineup of guys that just want to hit and play baseball, and I think that's refreshing as well. Sometimes you can get caught up a lot in the video or the numbers and different things, and I think throughout the season we've kind of learned what we like and what we don't like, and we're doing the same thing we've kind of done all year. So we definitely have our meetings. We talk. If there's something that we want to game plan or a specific thing that we think makes a big difference, we'll do that. But we're keeping it pretty simple.
Okay, on the left there, Tyler.
Trea, when you started out with Washington, Bryce was already an established superstar, and he still is, but how is he different, maybe in the clubhouse or from a leadership standpoint, than he was those years in D.C.?
Yeah, I think just the voice to the front office is the one thing that I think sticks out, and that's something you gain as you get older, and you get that experience, and you can communicate to the Dave and John and Dan, different people to advocate for things. And early on he was a leader. He was obviously right in the middle of things, but I don't know if maybe he did, but at least when I saw, I didn't think he necessarily talked to the front office as much. And being a younger player, it's not something you really do, but I think that's a big positive for a team and a clubhouse, is if that street is open and there's a lot of communication there, and he does a really, really good job of that.
Okay, on the right here, Matt.
Hi, Trea. You had the chance to play with Merill at the World Baseball Classic. Any impressions of him or anything that you picked up being around him?
Yeah, he's poised. He's calm. I've played against him a lot in the last couple of years when I was over in LA and just being in the same division. And he's got good stuff, and he competes, and he's a good dude. Enjoyed playing with him in the WBC, and kind of exactly what I expected. Got a chance to hang out with him and his family a little bit in our downtime there too, and it's just he's a good person and a good pitcher. So we got our hands full tonight, and we gotta take advantage of it.
Back to the far left on the end.
Hey, Trea, when you were thinking about signing here, what were your interactions with Dave Dombrowski like, and what does his aggressiveness or willingness to make moves to improve a team mean to the clubhouse?
Yeah, I think that says a lot when you're not scared to go after what you want and be decisive. I think that's refreshing for players in the clubhouse, and kind of shows us the path forward as well. So he has a game plan and he executes it really well. And met with him a couple times, or maybe once this offseason, for a few hours at my house, and had some conversations with him and Sam, and just heard all the stories from different players that played for him, and matched right up. And he was straightforward with me, which is all I asked for in the process. And he told me how it was. So. I thought the relationship got off to a great start early on, and still obviously going well. And it's just it's nice having a leader and somebody at the head of this thing, just kind of showing you where he wants to go and what he wants to get done, and being straightforward.
Okay, far back on the right, Dave.
Trey, just going back to the hitters meetings that you talked about before, just trying to keep a more simple approach. How much does Kevin Long play into that? I mean, he's probably a little bit more of an old school guy in that regard. Does he help with that, or what is his role involved with that?
Yeah, he's kind of, like you said, he's an old school guy. He's done that throughout the times I've had him. Don't overthink it, keep it simple, get a good pitch to hit, and put a good swing on it type deal. And sometimes we forget that, especially with all the mechanics and everything. But especially this time of year, you're out there competing. It doesn't matter if your swing's perfect. It doesn't matter if you struck out in your first at bat. It's what are you going to do about it, or what's going to happen next. So I think with him leading us offensively, it's really good this time of year, and keeping us simple, keeping us focused on the present, and just trying to take good at bats, make good at bats. And if you get out, you get a line out, whatever it may be, you should be proud of that and happy about it, and kind of root for the next guy up.
Just as one other part of that, when you see the home runs that you guys have stacked up this postseason, I know home runs happen, but is that a byproduct of maybe a more aggressive approach, or is there anything you guys can point to why you've been so?
Yeah, I think we, like I said, we all want to hit. We're not scared to swing the bat as a team, and we chase a little bit, and we do things that maybe doesn't, maybe it's not perfect, but we want to hit. So I think when you're aggressive in a good way, and you got guys that are confident in themselves, you're gonna get swings like that. You're gonna hit homers. You're gonna hit doubles. But we're not up there to walk. We're up there to hit. And if we walk, we walk. And we got to, like I said, pass the baton to the next guy. But I just think it kind of speaks to the guys we have in our lineup.
Okay, down here in the front.
Hey, Trey, I know a lot's been made about the electric atmospheres here at the ballpark in this postseason. Merill Kelly said something before yesterday's game that's getting a little bit of attention today. He had not experienced here yet, but he estimated that it would be hard for this place to trump the WBC when you hit your grand slam against Venezuela. How would you compare the two atmospheres?
I mean, both loud. I think domes are a little different. Sometimes they're pretty loud just because of the roof being closed. But as far as atmospheres, I think this one's just it's different. It's a little more hostile and a little more engaging, and I think he can maybe tell you after tonight what it's like, but I wouldn't put anything past our fans. Our fans have been unbelievable. They've been great. I don't know what decibels mean, but I guess we did something cool, or AC/DC concert level decibel the other night. So I would just wait and see, and we'll see what he says after.
We're going to take two more. We're going to go back there to Jesse and then go to JP.
Trey, kind of a lighter question. As you progress in your career, you go to LA and here, do you stop making plans in October? I mean, family plans, vacation plans, just knowing you cross that off?
Yeah, I wouldn't say superstitious, but I know that if I tried doing anything like that, then the opposite would happen, and vice versa. I try not to take anything for granted or plan on anything. You kind of got to earn these situations. I've been fortunate enough to be on really good teams and been in the postseason quite a bit in my career, but I don't take this for granted at all. I think you got to earn it, and at the same time, you got to expect it. If you want to get here, you got to have confidence in yourself. So, I haven't made plans in October for a long time, and hopefully that's never the case.
Okay, JP.
Thanks, Trea. You're such an accomplished defensive player. I wonder, when you're already at that level, what are the drill works, what are the things that you work on with Bobby Dickerson or just on your own to keep finding that next little nuance that you can get better at?
Well, this year, not so much. But, yeah, I think you evolve. I think I can always get better at a lot of things. I'm kind of a little bit of a perfectionist where, you make errors, and they're errors for a reason, but you're like, I can make that play, I can make this play. And for me, it's more of taking pride in getting outs for your pitchers. So that's where I feel the most responsibility. I don't care if I make an error. It's more that, man, I could have got them out of that inning faster, or fewer pitches, or get them another bat, or whatever it may be. So it's kind of that responsibility of having their back is how I look at it. But just keep evolving, keep trying to make plays that you didn't necessarily know you could, or double plays, or better feeds to second base, or there's a million things. This game's hard, and every year is different, but it's a humbling game, so you got to stay on top of it and keep working.